Nastaprayeshu vabhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. So on this auspicious day of Govardhana Pooja, we will speak about the pastimes of Lord Krishna lifting the Govardhan hill. Of course, this is described in the 10th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. Lord Krishna had observed Nanda Maharaj gathering different paraphernalia to perform a ritualistic ceremony. So Lord Krishna inquired from Nanda Maharaj, what was he doing? He wanted to know, what is this, Baba? Is this something in the Shastra, or is this some tradition? There are these two sides, right? Some things are traditional, you know, the family do it, it's a custom, and other things are shastric. So Lord Krishna wanted to know what was happening. Of course, Lord Krishna knew very well what was happening, but he wanted that in Vrindavan, particularly with his unalloyed devotees like Nanda Maharaj and his associates, that these are all Lord Krishna's eternal devotees. And Lord Krishna doesn't want to see them engaging in worship of demigods or ritualistic activities, which we might call karmakandi activities, fruitive activities. Lord Krishna wants to see his devotees engaged in bhakti, pure, unalloyed devotion. So he asked his father, what's happening? So Nanda Maharaj is thinking, initially he's thinking, you know, Krishna is just my son, he's only a small child, what can he understand? So he was reluctant to explain much to him, but Lord Krishna persevered and he impressed his father in his genuine desire to understand. Lord Krishna told his father that if one does things without knowing what he's doing, then you don't get much benefit from it. You get some benefit, but not much. If you know what you're doing, then it will be much more beneficial. So Nanda Maharaj told Lord Krishna that this is our custom, that we have to do our Indra Yagya because we are Vaishyas and we depend on Lord Indra to provide rain, and with good rain there'll be good grass. I'm living over at the Mayapur Institute, and during the rainy season I could see everything grow very quickly. And they have workers come, they cut the grass, and a few weeks later it's all grown back again. It grows very fast in the rainy season. Now it doesn't grow. It's so dry now. But when it rains, it's growing. So Nanda Maharaj is telling Krishna that we worship Indra because he gives rain, and we need the grass because we have to feed the cows. Nanda Maharaj has a nice herd of cows, right? 900,000. We think that one man in Delhi, oh, he's very great, he's got 50,000 cows. We think very great. Nanda Maharaj had 9 lakh cows. Wonderful. So, you need a lot of grass to feed so many cows. And so, he said we have to worship Lord Indra every year. We do this. However, Lord Krishna is not very happy to see the Brijbasi people engaging in this kind of activity. So Lord Krishna began to speak different philosophies. I think there's something like 6 different philosophies explained in the course of Lord Krishna changing the mind of Nanda Maharaj from worshipping Indra to worshipping the Govardhana hill. So Krishna explained to Nanda Maharaj that one of the philosophies, which he explained anyway, was Karma Mimamsa, a philosophy expounded by Jaimini, the principle of simply work, do the work. If you do your work, then everything will be good. You'll get good results. You don't have to worry. Just do your work. Work is worship, some people say, right? So of course this is a bogus philosophy. And Srila Prabhupada gives a couple of examples to refute this philosophy. He says, for example, you may be sick and you go to the doctor and you get the best doctor and he gives you the best medicine, but still he cannot cure. It does not cure. Because the medicine and the doctor are not supreme. They don't guarantee that you'll naturally be successful, that you'll get cured. That's one example. The other example Prabhupada gives is a mother and father may take great care to raise their child, and they will do everything they can that they want their child to be very nice and very good, but still the child may be very bad, may be very fallen, sinful, may have very bad qualities. The mother and father tried everything. They did everything possibly could. A mother and father could do, they did it. But still the child may grow up to have bad qualities. So that shows that simply work in itself is not supreme. There's a higher force. So Lord Krishna explained this philosophy, he explained the modes are more powerful, the modes are supreme, and he explained the importance of duty, simply do your duty, one after another, and gradually, Nanda Maharaj is saying, well, okay, let's do both. Lord Krishna was saying, we are Vaishyas, we don't depend on Indra. Indra's rain falls on the sea. There's so much water in the sea. They don't do any worship of Indra, but still it rains on the sea. So you don't need to worship Indra to get rain. You just simply have to do your work. What we should do, Lord Krishna tells Nanda Maharaj, we should worship the cows and the brahmanas, who are the representatives of the Lord, and Govardhana hill. This hill, Govardhana hill, we should worship the Govardhana hill. So Nanda Maharaj said, well, we can do both. We'll do both. We'll worship Indra and we'll do the Govardhana Pooja also. But Krishna, no, Father, that there's not enough time. We need to worship Govardhana hill only. You don't need to worship Indra. We'll need everything which you've prepared for Indra and more to worship Govardhana hill. So you cannot waste time in just simply this worship of Indra. Of course, Lord Krishna has many purposes in arranging for this wonderful Govardhana Lila. One of his purposes is to take away the pride of Indra, because Indra, as the king of heaven, had become very proud and arrogant. And he was thinking he had a right to this worship, even to the extent that the Brijbasi people, who were all Nitya Siddha devotees, who've come from the spiritual world to take part in Krishna's pastimes, he thought they should also be worshipping, Indra thought they should also be worshipping him. He did not understand, or he had forgotten the position of Lord Krishna, and he could not recognize the eternal associates of Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna, he doesn't like to see his devotees become proud, and he arranges the situation to take away their pride. And so Lord Krishna was arranging that Brijbasi people will worship the Govardhan hill and offer everything to Govardhan. And Lord Krishna told exactly what he wanted offered. He wanted all different types of foodstuffs to be prepared. There should be fried foods, there should be cooked foods, there should be roasted, there should be boiled, there should be sweet, there should be sour, there should be salty preparations. All the milk products will have to be used. All the milk products will be used to make things like sweet rice and rabari and kheer and rasgullas and sandesh and gul. So many, you all know the names, right? So all of these things, they have to be prepared and offered to Govardhan. And they prepared big quantities. And then they arranged to offer everything to Govardhan. And Lord Krishna himself assumed the form of Govardhan. And Govardhan appeared and he began to accept all the offerings. And he was eating and eating. And they were having to bring more. Of course, the village is there. As you go around Govardhan, the village is there called Ani-or. Ani-or means bring more. Bring more. So they were bringing big buckets of rasgullas and buckets of samosas and big buckets of kachoris and paneer sabji and you know all the names, right? Dahi wada, right? Favorite in Mayapur. So all these things, they were bringing big quantities, and Govardhan was taking it all and enjoying. And they were, bring more, bring more. Then they were worried that, we've given everything, he's eaten everything, and he's still not satisfied. But then they remembered, we have to put tulsi. And as soon as they put some tulsi leaves there, then immediately, the belch sound, right? When you belch, that means satisfied. You've had enough. You don't need to take more. So Govardhan was satisfied. When Govardhan appeared though, very nice pastime, we see that Lord Krishna tells all the Brijbasi people, we have to respect Govardhan. We should bow down and offer our obeisances. So Lord Krishna is offering obeisances to himself because he has appeared as the personality of Govardhan, and at the same time he's appearing as the son of Nanda Maharaj, so he bows down. He shows the Brijbasi people how to respect Govardhan by offering their obeisances to Govardhan. And of course, the people of Govardhan, people of Vrindavan, are very happy because the personality of Govardhan has appeared to all of them. They said, we worshipped Indra for years. We've been worshipping Indra for years. He never came once. He never appeared once to accept our offerings. But we've been worshipping every year. He never once came. We worship Govardhan the first time, and he's immediately come and he's giving us blessings. So they were very happy to see the personality of Govardhana, that he could appear and accept their offerings. So the personality of Govardhana is Lord Krishna himself, and in Srimad Bhagavatam is mentioned that he is that he has this form, this I've forgotten the name now, but the nature of this personality of Govardhana is that he can take any form he wants. And Lord Krishna instructed the people of Vrindavan that do not neglect to worship Govardhana, because this Govardhana can take any form he wants. And he can take forms like snakes, or wild animals, or rocks which may fall from the Govardhana hill. He can take these different forms just to rectify the mentality of people who do not worship Govardhana hill. I remember when I was not in the movement very long, somehow they put me in charge of the treasury in the temple in London. And you know, we were very poor. We didn't have much money at all. It was 1971, and we lived from day to day. We were always in debt, no money, and I was the treasurer. You know, so Mundakini, I don't know, maybe you know Mundakini. She's quite famous because she was the lady who Prabhupada sent to Russia. So she was the pujari, and she came to me, give money. You know, and I'm the treasurer. I say, look, you know, we have so many debts, you know, how we can have this festival for Govardhana Pooja. And then she told me, she said, if you don't give the money for the Govardhana Pooja, you'll be bitten by the snakes on Govardhana Hill. And she showed me, it's in the Krishna book, Prabhupada said, if you neglect the worship of Govardhana Hill, you can be bitten by the snakes on Govardhana Hill. And Srimad Bhagavatam describes that Govardhana himself can take the form of these elements, poison snakes, wild animals, or falling rocks, just to get that person who neglects to worship Govardhana Hill. It's a very important festival. Govardhana was properly worshipped, and the people are very happy. All the devotees are very happy. But Indra is furious. Indra is wild with rage that this boy Krishna, he's so talkative, he thinks he's so ignorant, he's so foolish, he doesn't know. He was thinking he was insulting Lord Krishna, but actually his words were a glorification of Lord Krishna. Mother Saraswati sometimes arranges like that. When somebody tries to say something bad about them, they're actually saying something good about them. Because Indra was saying this child Krishna is agyana. But agyana means he doesn't need to know anything more. Not that he's ignorant, but it means he doesn't need to know anything more, because he already knows everything. So he doesn't need to know anything more. If you know everything, you don't need to know anything more. So this is the other meaning of agyana. And it's also described that he's the lowest, but he's actually above everyone. The Sanskrit word means that it can also mean that one who's above everyone. So the words of Indra Indra was thinking he was insulting, but he's actually glorifying Lord Krishna. Anyway, Indra is really angry, and he orders his Samvartaka clouds to go and inundate Vrindavan. And the Samvartaka clouds are usually meant only at the time of the annihilation of the universe. At the time of the end of the universe, they will come and inundate the planet. But Indra orders them, go to Vrindavan, inundate Vrindavan and destroy all these Brijbasi people and all their animals. He said they've become proud. Indra was saying, these people of Vrindavan have become proud because of their opulence. At least he understood their opulence. They're really, we go to Vrindavan, we think, oh, Brijbasi people are very poor. But at least Indra knew these people are puffed up because of their opulence. The village people, Vrindavan people, they're the most opulent. They have the greatest wealth in the form of cows. So Indra ordered Samvartaka clouds to go there and inundate Vrindavan. And when the clouds, and Indra said, I'm also coming, I'm come on Airavrata, because the clouds are a bit hesitant to go. This is unusual, we never did this before. You know, this unusual, this is not really the time of our work. But Indra said, I'm also coming, I'll come on my Airavata elephant. And the clouds go there, and they come over Vrindavan, and the whole Vrindavan becomes dark. And this terrible cold wind begins to blow, and then icy hailstones falling from the sky. The hailstones are the size of cricket balls falling from the sky. You know, so terrible, frightening situation. So the people of Vrindavan, what do? When they're in that kind of situation? There's only one thing they can do. They go to Lord Krishna and they pray to Lord Krishna. That, oh Lord Krishna, please, you save the cows. The cows are in danger. And if you can also save us also, that would be very nice. So the Lord Krishna remembers his vow, the great vow of Lord Krishna, which is that he will protect his devotees. Lord Krishna must protect his devotees. Whenever they're in any difficulty or danger, the Lord is there. He wants to give shelter to his devotees. So this is actually the great vow of Lord Krishna, that he will always protect his devotees. So the devotees have come and the cows are in danger. So Lord Krishna picks up the Govardhana hill. And he picks up the Govardhana hill and he calls all the people, come under the hill, take shelter here. Come under this Govardhana hill and take shelter from this rain, from this frightful situation. So this picking up of the Govardhana hill is another special arrangement of Lord Krishna, so that he can have the opportunity to be with all of his devotees. Because Lord Krishna is a cowherd boy, and he would go out every day in the fields with the cowherd boys. So the cowherd boys, they could be with Krishna, but the gopis, they never got the chance to be with Krishna, because Krishna's out in the fields all day and he only comes back at night. So the gopis were always thinking, when are we going to get a chance to be with Krishna? Because Vrindavan, 5,000 years ago, is very conservative. And the young girls cannot talk to the young boys. Right? Segregation. So the Krishna arranges picking up Govardhana hill. And in this way, the gopis can look at Krishna uninterrupted for 7 days and 7 nights. Of course, there were some problems. The gopis, they told Radharani, while Krishna was holding up the Govardhan hill, they said to Radharani, "You should not look so intently on Lord Krishna. You will make him nervous and he may drop the Govardhan hill." And you've got Madhu Mangal. Madhu Mangal is Krishna's Brahmana friend. So he sees Lord Krishna pick up Govardhan hill. So he says, "Oh, I have to help him. I will chant some mantras to give him strength so he can pick up, so he can hold the hill longer." So Madhu Mangal begins to chant mantras, thinking, by my mantras I'm giving him the strength to hold up the Govardhan hill. And Nanda Maharaj and all the other cowherd men, they have their sticks. In Vrindavan, you notice a lot of people, they always have sticks because the monkeys often come. You need a stick, And sometimes, you deal with the cows are a bit stubborn, you have to whack them with a stick. So the cowherd men, they always carry their sticks with them. So they use their stick to hold up the Govardhan hill. They say, "Krishna may get tired, we better help him. All of us put our sticks up and hold up the hill." And also, Lord Krishna, he's holding up the hill with that one little finger. So Mother Yashoda is thinking, "Oh, my poor son, his arm must get sore because he's holding up the hill for so long. We better give him a massage." So the different gopis, Mother Yashoda and other ladies, they came and they began to massage Krishna because they're worried that he may get cramp or pins and needles. You hold your hand up too long. They're worried about Krishna. We'll give him a massage, make it comfortable for him. At one point, Krishna took his right arm and began to play the flute. But Madhu Mangal said, no, don't play the flute. If you play the flute, Govardhan hill will melt. And if Govardhan hill melts, we'll all be in trouble. We'll all be under the reign of Indra. So he wouldn't let Krishna play his flute while he's holding the Govardhan hill. So for 7 days and nights, Indra's Samvartaka clouds poured down rain and wind. They hurled everything they could. They couldn't make any impact on the Govardhan hill at all. Govardhan hill is described in the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the songs by the gopis. The gopis chanted that of all the devotees of Lord Hari, this Govardhan hill is the very best. Right? And how does it go? Hantrayi Adari Haridasa Varya Yad Rama Krishna, like this. When Lord Chaitanya was circumambulating Govardhan hill, he recited this verse again and again. That of all the devotees of, there are many devotees of Lord Hari, like Maharaj Yudhisthira, he's described as Haridas, and Prahlad Maharaj, he's also described as Haridas. But Govardhan hill is Haridasa Varya, the very best of all the devotees of Lord Hari. Why is he the very best? Because he does so much wonderful service for all the devotees. He provides water. In the times of Lord Krishna, there were waterfalls on Govardhan hill. Fresh, clear, crystal clear water. And water is very necessary for the cows. And the cowherd boys also would drink the water. Very nice water in the Govardhan hill from the waterfalls there. And then also Govardhan hill provides flowers and fruits and vegetables as well as grass. So the cows would enjoy to graze there. So many nice things. On Govardhan hill there are also caves. The caves are very nice for the pastimes of Lord Krishna. Not only can they take shelter, from the heat or from the rain, but Lord Krishna can also have his pastimes with his devotees there in the caves. The stones of Govardhana Hill are very special. It is said that during the hot summer, the stones of Govardhana will be cool on the feet. You go on the sand, it's very hot, but you go on the stones of Govardhana, they're cool. And in the winter, when everything is cold, the stones of Govardhana are warm. This is the nature of Govardhana, how he is such a wonderful devotee. He's always thinking of the welfare of the devotees and the pleasure of Lord Krishna. So providing facilities for Lord Krishna and all of his devotees to have their pastimes. And the most famous of all the pastimes is Krishna holding up the Govardhana Hill and giving shelter to all the devotees. And Lord Krishna himself is under there. So after 7 days, then Indra is finished. The clouds are exhausted. The whole thing is a failure. So Indra sends the clouds back, and they're all Lord Indra has begun to understand something of the position of Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna can replace the hill, and he tells all the people, and get all the cows and everything come out, puts the Govardhana Hill back in position. And then Krishna's cowherd boyfriends, they joke with Krishna, and they say to Krishna, you know, Krishna, you didn't pick up that hill. Don't fool yourself. Don't think you're so great that you were holding up that hill. They said, you know, Govardhana Hill, he was floating because we worshipped him so nicely. We did the Govardhana Pooja so nicely. He was so happy. Govardhana was in ecstasy. He floated. You only went under it and put your finger there and pretended you were holding it up. Don't cheat us, Krishna. We know what's the facts. So this is the loving dealings between Krishna and the cowherd boys. They're enjoying this loving exchange. So Indra has been humbled. His pride has been reduced. He understands something of the position of the Supreme Lord Krishna. And he understands he's, done a great offense. So he thinks what to do. So he gets the instruction that if you take Surabhi, go with Surabhi. If you just go on your own, Krishna may just ignore you. It may have nothing to do with you. May not want to see you. But if you go with Surabhi, then Krishna may pay attention to you. So that one place is there, Govinda Kunj, is it? Around Govardhana, there's a place where Surabhi does the Abhishek of Lord Krishna. And, Govinda Kunj, yeah. Okay. So, Surabhi did the Abhishek of Lord Krishna, and Lord Indra also performed Abhishek of Lord Krishna, and Indra apologizes for his offenses. We were discussing earlier whose offense was greater, Brahma or Indra? So we were discussing this with Janani Vas and Rajendra Nandana Prabhu when he was here. We were talking about because we were doing Brahma Vimohan Leela at that time in the Bhagavatam. So Rajendra Nandana Prabhu pointed out, he said actually the offense of Brahma was greater than the offense of Indra. I was surprised. I thought, well, look, come on, Indra's trying to kill everybody, He wants to wipe out everyone, wants to kill all the people of Vrindavan and all the cows. But he says, Rajendranandana Prabhu says, he said, well, Brahma's offense was greater because he took away the devotees from Lord Krishna. Indra's offense wasn't so bad because Krishna was able to have the association of all of his devotees. I was explaining, for 7 days and nights, the devotees could be there with Krishna, and the gopis could be enjoying the beautiful face of Lord Krishna to their heart's content. Nobody could tell them, oh, don't look at Krishna, come on, you're just a young girl, don't be putting your eyes on Krishna like that. No, it's a special situation. Everyone was looking at Krishna, and they were all thinking how wonderful Krishna is. So there was no harm, no fault on the part of the gopis to be looking at Krishna. But with Brahma's Leela, he took away the cows and the cowherd boys from Krishna. He separated them. So, and you'll see also, if you look in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, that when Brahma comes to offer prayers, Lord Krishna doesn't say anything. He doesn't respond at all. But when Indra came to offer prayers, Krishna said, you know, he kind of, okay, you know, be careful, you know. In future, you know, don't get too puffed up again, you know. So the many purposes are served by this wonderful Leela that Lord Krishna is able to enjoy with all of his devotees, and as well as that, creates this wonderful festival for all of us every year, that we can have also the nice festival of Govardhana Pooja every year. And it's one of the major attractions for the devotees. Everyone likes to take part in the Govardhana Pooja. One reason, of course, there's no fasting on Govardhana Pooja. Right? It's a good reason. We can enjoy. And we have very nice, opulent prasadam. At least there should be. Okay, so any questions, comments? Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, thank you very much for your class. When Krishna convinced Brajavasis to not worship Indra, how did he convince them that they should worship Govardhana? Did he put any philosophy or any logic, any argument so that they got convinced that they should worship Govardhana?
Well, the main point is he asked Lord Krishna encouraged them to worship Govardhana because Govardhana was providing so many things for the cows. The water, I said the water, the grass, so many different vegetables and roots and herbs are growing there on the Govardhana hill, and they're very much appreciated by the cows as well. So the Govardhana hill was very much important for the cows, that they can graze there, and at the same time they can satisfy themselves eating the grasses and different herbs which grow there. So Lord Krishna told Nanda Maharaj, reminded Nanda Maharaj, that this Govardhana hill is performing very nice service for all of us, that we have many cows, all these cows to be maintained, and how could we ever do it without the Govardhana hill? Because she's giving so many nice facilities for our cows. So we should show our appreciation by worshipping the Govardhana hill. Yeah, Mataji?
So did you give the money that Mataji?
Did I give the money? Well, we didn't have much money to give, but whatever we had, we gave. Yeah, we should give. We'll have to celebrate Govardhana Pooja, very important. Prabhupada taught us there'll be no scarcity in Krishna Con. Krishna provides. The more we give for Krishna, the more Krishna provides. We don't have to worry that, oh, we have no money for Govardhana Pooja. Well, whatever we have, we spend it for Krishna. And if we give for Krishna, then certainly we'll come back many times. That point is made when the fruit vendor comes to Nanda Maharaj's house. The lady's bringing fruits and offering to Krishna, and baby Krishna comes with a few grains of rice in his hand. And so the fruit vendor gave a big armful of fruits. Although baby Krishna only had a few grains, but she didn't think, oh, he's only giving a few grains. She was so happy, she gave many fruits to Krishna. And all those grains which Krishna gave, they all transformed into jewels. So Prabhupada explains there that when we give to Krishna, Krishna will give back millions of times, whatever we give to Krishna. So we should always be eager to give to Krishna. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.